for so many years, all I wanted to do was get out of the club, get out of the club, get out of the club, get out of the club. And now I've like created that for myself, that opportunity. And yet I don't want to like let that part of my life die. It's literally like a death. Hello, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really excited to be back on the vloggy vlog because if you watched my previous episodes, I was going through some hard time, the holiday blues and ayahuasca and crying and tears. And I'm feeling so much better now, so much better. I'm also decked out in my RAINMAKER gear. I'm really excited because I'm getting some new gear made, not to sell publicly, like I just like it for myself for like photo shoots and branding, and then like client gifts and like client student gifts, but it's all about like Money Honey Coach and Money Honey Method, RAINMAKER Coach. I'm gonna be rebranding my podcast. I'm so fucking excited about that. Yeah, trying to sort out the name. I have a photo shoot coming up. I ordered all of these sparkle dresses. Basically my two vibes are sweats and sparkles. Sweats or sparkles and tits. But I'm gonna do a photo shoot for myself. I haven't done like a nice indoor like photo shoot specific for something, so I'm gonna shoot for my new podcast cover. And I'm sorting on the name, but I have like a new vibe that I want to go with, and I'm really fucking excited about it. And yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna go grab some nectar for some breakfast, and yeah, I'm gonna go to work today and tomorrow, so you're gonna come with me on my Saturday, Sunday shifts, and it'll be great. Comment, subscribe, like, all the things, share, do the things. Get on the fucking wait list for the Rich Method and coaching certification. It'll change your life. Nectar. Hi, I have a pickup for Paige. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so it's 1:12 and I, of course, have been working on my business all day so far. I got a lot of stuff done. Ooh, I just made a new Facebook group. It's called Money Honey Coaches, and it's for the next like 6 weeks. I'm gonna be hosting a lot of trainings on coaching. So like energetics of coaching, NLP subconscious mind, money mindset coaching, the business of coaching, sales, all of that kind of stuff, energy, the different energies that go into it, RAINMAKER energy, like so many good trainings. Cause I'm like, I was journaling the other day and I was like, I have been on like my socials and posting and stuff. Like I've been talking a lot about like, join the Rich Method, join the Rich Method, sign up for the wait list, you'll save money, which is great. Got to put your offers out there. I'm great at that. I will always talk about them. And I'm like, I need to come from like now I want to really dig into providing value and providing trainings. Like in the old days of my business, I used to go live and do live free trainings all the time. And so I'm really excited because each week for the next 6 weeks, I have like certain trainings mapped out, which is gonna be fire. Join the Money Honey Coaches Facebook group if you want some free trainings on coaching. So I'm really excited about that. I batched out all of next week's content, which I hadn't done that for like over a year and a half. Cause like, I don't know, I just hadn't, but I feel really like it. I made all of the posts for my post for next week. I made all of my trainings that I'm going to do. I picked the photos, like I prepped myself for next week, which is something I used to do all the time. And I kind of slipped off it. And so I feel good. And I'm rebranding my podcast. So the trainings that I'm doing are serving multiple purposes. So I'm going to do free trainings in the Facebook group, but I'm going to record the audio of it. So that way my arm's getting tired. So that way I have the trainings as podcast episodes, as new podcast episodes, free training. And then after the 6 weeks, I'm downloading the trainings out of the Facebook group. And then I'm going to package them as like a course, a program for sale. So everything's connected. When you've been doing this for however many years, you learn how to do all the connections. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to meditate, and then I'm gonna shower, start getting ready for work, make some food, and we're gonna pop on into the club, baby. Hello, hello, welcome back. My nips are popping a bit. That's okay. We all have them. Okay, so today is Saturday. Ooh, that's a lot of concealer on that, eh? Oopsies. So today is Saturday, December 18th. And wow, that's way too much concealer. I'm fucking up right now. Anyways, it's the 18th and Christmas is in 1 week from today. So I'm setting like a little personal goal for myself to do my best to make, thank you for my $7,000 cash or more from the club before Christmas Eve. So I'm gonna try and work every day for the next 7 days. I'm trying my best, really am. But I want the money to come from the club because my business money is like allocated elsewhere, and the 7K that I make these next 7 shifts is going to go towards my saving for my down payment. Woohoo! So obviously, like living in California, like you know, properties, condos, houses are pretty pricey. And so the condo that I want to buy is in like a really nice area, and so I need like between $150,000 cash, specifically for between $150,000 to $200,000. So I have some money saved for it, but not all of it yet. So like next year, I'm really gonna be like, that's like my main focus is just kind of cut back on some spending a little bit on some areas, just tighten it up a little, and really focus on getting that whole amount saved so I can purchase a property, and also paying like my taxes accordingly every month throughout the year. So that, because I'm gonna have to pay like $22,000 on my taxes for next year in order to qualify for the house that I want to buy. So I'm gonna be doing that next year, so you'll follow along. Because I think next year what I'm gonna do is like every month like do a recap of like how much I have saved towards this goal of the house, like a big year-long goal. Like that's a long goal for me to like stay consistent with. I think it'll be really fun to do that on the vlog. It holds me accountable. Checking in otherwise though, so I'm feeling a lot better. Emotionally, I feel lighter than I was feeling the past couple weeks of December. I was having a really hard time the week leading up to my ayahuasca ceremony, as you saw if you watch those episodes. And you know what, the biggest takeaway that I have is really just that surrender and that trust, because like, I know I said this in the recap of the ayahuasca vlog, but I deeply know that I am fully provided for, and I'm always given what I need to learn lessons in the right timing. And so just like so surrendering into my deep faith and deep trust. There's nothing more for me to do for a partner. Like I'm just gonna keep doing me, you know? Just be, like I'm just gonna keep being me. I'm gonna keep putting my message out there. I'm gonna keep helping women. I'm gonna keep shining my light, and because that's all I can do. And I feel good about it. So yeah. Another fun thing I wanted to share, actually, this is really fun. So, okay. So last year in 2020, I earned $250,000 from all streams. So, I mean, the majority of that was from my business, but then some dancing, and then like rental income and some other stuff. But it was $250 total. And that was the most money I had ever made. And like the $200,000 mark for me was like such a big deal, because ever since I started dancing, I always wanted to make $200,000. And last year was the first year I had ever made multiple 6 figures. So cleared that 200 mark, which was so fucking cool. And then in January of this year, January of 2020, I like had a fucking anxiety attack. Like it was still like the clubs were still uncertain about like closing or not being closed, but to be honest, I hardly worked in the club this year. There's just like a lot of uncertainty. I had like signed with one of my coaches for a year, so that was like a $25,000 investment commitment. And I was just like really in my head about it, and I was like, oh my God, like how am I gonna be able to make that much money again this year? Was that a fluke? Not that I thought it was a fluke, but those thoughts were like coming up, you know, like feeling weird about it, you know? And so, you know, it's December now, and obviously I still have a couple weeks left of the year, so my final numbers aren't in. But I made over $300,000 this year, and my business income, again, is the biggest chunk of that income. So I'll probably end this year at like 330 probably, which is almost 100 grand more than last year, which is really fucking cool and significant. And the energy that I have right now going into 2022 is like, it's not this like, oh my God, can I do it again? It's literally like 2022 is my $1 million year. It's my first $1 million year. Like, why the fuck wouldn't it be? I know what the fuck I'm doing. I have all my systems in place. I have this fucking bomb ass product suite and offerings inside of my company. They're fucking like top notch trainings and programs. Student support on point. My fucking team in the back end structure is like all there. Like, I fucking got it. Like, it's happening. And it's good energy. I love having that energy, you know? Even, I mean, there's like a little part of me that's like, you know what I said? I'm like, but it's more of like, oh yeah, like excitement, like, okay, we're doing this. Not like a anxiety attack, like what I was feeling at the end of, or at the beginning of this year in regards to this year. And also like a true deeper embodiment of the money that I make doesn't mean shit about me. And period. Of course I want to make, of course I'm an entrepreneur. Of course I want to buy myself a nice house. And, you know, I'm going to be a 7-figure per year entrepreneur. I already am. But like, it also doesn't fucking mean shit, right? Like my validation and my self-worth does not come from how much income that I earn. Like that comes from within. That comes from doing the work. That comes from like the deepest fucking self-love place that I can fucking muster up, you know? And so also, this is something I tell my clients all the time. I'm like, momentum doesn't work that way. Like, you're not all of a sudden not gonna make any money. Like, that is not how momentum works, period. And so yeah, sitting in that. 2022, my words are just surrender, deep surrender and trust. I am deeply provided for in all aspects, always. So, that's that. I also forgot to mention, because I wanted to, that so I think my hair loss has slowed down, which is so lovely. I feel like I'm losing just like, you know, because you naturally lose like, I think it's like 50 to 100 hairs a day, just naturally shedding. And for a while there, I was like losing like clumps of my hair at a time. And more recently, the past like week or so, I've noticed like I'm still shedding, of course, and I think maybe losing like a little bit more, but I definitely noticed an improvement in the hair loss, which is so lovely because, you know, so step one is like stop losing hair, right? So once the hair loss resumes or stops, you know, then all the regrowth that happens is good because then it's going to regrow. And yeah, so that's really positive. I still don't like, my hair is like literally so fucking thin and like I will not wear it down because it's like so thin. However, we're making improvements and doing the damn thing. So tell you what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Look, hating on me don't stop. Only help a real cause. Hood legend on some pocket. Manifested till I'm living lost. High ballin' cause the sky fallin'. I'ma catch a little piece though. I ain't worried about your little No, she easy as a free throw. She wanna hold me like ransom. Just cause I'm young and I'm handsome.
Gotta get content for the vlog, baby.
Yeah.
She says, go again and get the smile.
Get a smile.
Tell all these to have a seat. I know that they cannot stand them. Burn it and roll me another one. I do whatever I feel like. I remember when we dreamed about it. Woke up this morning, it's real life. Trade the whip, trade the currency. Moving like it's an emergency. We gotta check out, it's close to 11, so baby ride it with some urgency. I'm just here for the fun part, cause I'm good on the money part.
Hello, my love. Back at home. Okay, so it is 7:39 right now. I worked 4 to 7, so I worked for 3 hours, and I felt like it was like kind of a little bit of a slow start, but we're gonna do a money count for you. I got really tired at the end. Like the last fucking 30 minutes to 45 minutes, I was like exhausted. So like I shared some stuff with like my health and whatnot, on what yesterday. Today's Saturday. Yesterday, I actually had a colonoscopy, because of like how, bad my flare-up was over the summer. And so I had a colonoscopy yesterday. The results like weren't the best news, but they weren't also like the worst news. But I think because of the colonoscopy, I think it's like it is hurting my stomach a little bit. Or like my insides are a little bit extra inflamed than they already were. Anyways, I share that because it was my stomach was hurting really bad today at work, and I think that's where like all my energy was going, was my stomach. Yeah, so that was a little bit annoying and frustrating, but that's okay. I'm just gonna do my thing. You know, I've been feeling, I don't know if it's because like in general, I just honestly haven't been going to the club like hardly at all. And it's been like consistent where when I go to the club, I only work like 3 or 4 hours. Like, yeah, I did the 10K in 10 days challenge, which was so fun. And it like made me like get back into like stripper mode and like work, which was nice. But just like in general terms, like my energy, like I'm full time on my business, you know? And I think I'm needing to honestly like come to terms with like the fact that stripping is, I'm slowly starting to move away from stripping. I mean, I've been slowly starting to, but it's just more like, it feels different now. Like even when I'm there at the club, like I feel like I was texting my coach the other day and when I was at work, and I was like, I feel like I'm not supposed to be here anymore. And I was looking at the other girls, some of the like younger girls, and I was like feeling like nostalgic. Like I remember like stripper days when it was just like stripper life, and it's just a different lifestyle, different mindset. I'm in a different place in my life. I'm older, which age doesn't fucking matter, but I'm just like, I'm older than what I was, obviously, you know, and like my business. And also like the other day when I was at work, not this shift, a different shift, I didn't vlog on that day, but I started working with another one of my coaches, and she put me in her mastermind, and there's like a group chat and people are putting their like intentions and stuff. And one of the girls, her intention was to have a 60K week. And I was like, when I read that, I was just like, dude, like I have the opportunity to make so much more money inside of my coaching business, my online business. Like I can make 60K in a week in my online. I haven't yet, but I certainly can. I think I've sold 60K like sales revenue in a week. And then I was like, almost like, what the fuck am I doing here? You know, not from a place of judgment at all, because like we've been there, done that. Like I don't judge I'm so fucking grateful for stripping, like so grateful. You know, and I put this pressure on myself. I'm like, okay, next year I'm gonna work. I'm gonna like go. Next year I'm gonna go like hard at the club while going hard in my business. Save all this stuff. Like I always put this for 13 years. I've put this extra pressure on myself to go to the club, go to work, like grind it out and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, I want to, like I was sharing earlier, I really want to buy my house in San Diego, my property. It's a condo. And I don't know, maybe after, I don't know, like, because it's like, at what point do I stop dancing? You know, part of me is like, you know, like embodying the 7-figure version of myself, and the 7-figure entrepreneur who's making $1 million in her business. You know, that version of me would not be stripping, because I wouldn't have to. Not that I have to now, but the extra money helps, of course. But the 7-figure version of me would not dance. Maybe she'd go in like once or twice a month for fun, or for fucking vlog content, or so, I don't know. But so I'm like, you know, at what point do I like call it quits? It's hard, you know, like for so many years, all I wanted to do was get out of the club, get out of the club, get out of the club, get out of the club. And now I've like created that for myself, that opportunity. And yet I don't want to like let that part of my life die. It's literally like a death and a rebirth. It's like grieving that, because I identified with stripping for so long, you know? And I mean, I still do. It just feels different. I know that my business is going to be a 7-figure per year or more business. I have never made 7 figures dancing. I'm not saying that's not possible, but I just don't think that would happen for me dancing. Like, you know, I say anything is possible because anything is possible, but based on results of the last 13 years of my life, you know, yes, you make great money. You know, you can make, you know, 100, 150, 200K from the club if you're like fucking on it and working and consistent and diligent and whatnot. But, you know, like I'm growing and moving on. And so I don't know. It's kind of like where I'm at with it, which is weird. Sometimes I'm like, who am I without the being a stripper part of me? I don't know. I've been a stripper since I was 19. You'd think it'd be easy to just walk away. Making multiple 6 figures a year in my coaching business, you think like just fucking leave. So that's where I'm at. More on that later. Money count. Today I worked 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. 3-hour shift, and I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I made $600 in 3 hours, which makes my hourly average $200 an hour. Look at these haggard ass nails. Of course, paid house, tipped out, all the things. So walked with 600. Okay, master ripper session. My stripper session for the day is this. If I could go back and have a conversation with my 19-year-old self, like I would sit her down and I would just tell her, I love you so much. And you're gonna go through it. And my wish for you would be to love and accept and honor yourself right now. Because it took me years. I'm so emotional in these vlogs lately. Because it took me years to get to the point of respecting myself and loving myself for my choice to dance. Even though outwardly I wanted to act like it didn't matter, I didn't care, I did care. Just remove the fucking judgment, you know? Like, don't give a fuck what other people's judgments, other people's opinions, what other people think you should be doing. They're not living your life. They don't walk your walk. They're not in your shoes. They don't know the needs that you need. They don't know what you get out of it. They don't know it doesn't matter. Thank you so much for watching my vlog and for watching my channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and make sure and subscribe to my channel, comment, like, share, do all the things. I've been having a really fun time vlogging. I'm gonna continue vlogging and it's gonna be great. I like it because it's like my stripper outlet, which is funny because like I could post about stripping anyways, but this is like, I mean to do it on my Instagram and other socials and stuff, but this is like a different creative way to show it. But I hope that you enjoyed this episode and I'll see you in the next one.
Add it up.